Us from Ukraine's capital, Kiev, is Ina Sovsun. She's a member of the Ukrainian parliament. Ina, we all hear these inspiring speeches by President Zelensky. What is happening behind the scenes that maybe we don't know about?
Well, as of now, we are doing the interview, and I'm sitting in the wardrobe because that's the only room where I can turn the lights on, because we have to keep our lights off during the night so that the Russian planes do not see the lights in the houses. So that is our new reality that we're living in for the last week now. And I think people are getting into the routine of, you hear the air raid alert, you go down the basement, down the bunker, well, the first time people, first 2 days, I think people were disorganized and scared, particularly for the life of the kids. I know that myself, the first thing I was caring about when I heard the first bombs exploding over Kiev was making sure my son is safe. But then this turned into extreme anger and extreme readiness to fight, and this resilience and resistance you're seeing from the Ukrainian people, which is just amazing. I think that comes from that we do realize that if we are just scared and just sitting there being scared, that's not going to help us fight against Putin. What is going to help us if just staying organized, doing our job, every single one of us, and trying to fight back. So this is the general mood in Kiev right now.
I can't imagine the fear of having to go in the closet and knowing, you know, my child's here. I want them to have not only a full life, but just to be healthy. Your president has been telling the world, come and help us if you can. If not, send everything you can. I know that you actually are armed, right? But you said, I'm not a trained soldier. I'm a political scientist. Are you going to stay with the government in Kiev?
Well, I will do everything in my power to protect my country. And as of now, I do believe I'm more useful in doing this, in talking to the people and explaining to the world what is actually happening in Ukraine and asking for help. And I think that should help. That should, the West should hear our voices. The West should realize that this after Second World War, there was this slogan of never again. Let's not ever again let those atrocities of war happen again. But they are happening right now in Europe. What I am doing right now, 24/7, literally, is talking to the world and explaining this. But yes, I was provided with a gun the first day of war. It's extremely weird for myself. I'm not a big fan of guns. My boyfriend, who is now back with the army, he was promising that I should probably teach you to use the gun. And I was always joking, saying, like, I'm not going to use that. I'm never going to use that. I don't need a need for that. Well, now he's back with the army. I haven't seen him for over 7 days now. And yeah, I'm feeling like he probably was right about that.
Wow. And you're right to say that never again thing. But now, we never thought we were going to see the inside in the middle of the night of a member of parliament's closet because they're afraid of bombings. You know, it's just so hard to believe. I know you've been upset about the West, in your view, you've said, has ignored some attacks as we're talking on March 3rd. If Parliament, if Zelensky were able to speak unfiltered to the West, because I know there are some relationships, it's like we kind of need some stuff from the West, what would they say?
I just cannot accept the fact that the world can just continue to look at what is happening to Ukrainians who did nothing to deserve this. We did not provoke him. We were just trying to live our lives, and now he's just trying to destroy us. And the West is trying to tell us, well, that is how it is. I don't think that is acceptable. That cannot be acceptable. I don't want my son to live in the world where that is acceptable. So we are asking for help. We are asking for no-fly zone. We are asking for the world to realize that all this pretense of Putin, that he will, fight against everyone, is just a pretense. Look, he cannot fight against Ukrainian army, and we are much smaller than himself. So we are just asking you just to help us save ourselves. We are not asking for boots on the ground. Just help us from the air, and that should work. Then we shall be able to fight back like we were here around Kiev.
It's hard to think about politics at a time like this. Like, in some ways it seems frivolous, but politics also get us to where we're going, and they make sure that we have democracies. Ukraine has an array of political parties. Are they all aligned behind President Zelensky at this time?
again, if someone told me a week ago I would be saying that, I wouldn't believe. But now I own an assault rifle, and I say, yes, we stay united with the president. And I'm saying that as a representative of the opposition political party. But yeah, we do stay united, because politics doesn't matter now, because we can do politics as long as we have a state. So what we are now protecting is our right to live, our right to stay, our right to exist as a sovereign state, as a democratic state. And precisely because of that desire to live as a sovereign democratic state, Putin did attack us. So the only MPs who are not standing united are the representatives of the pro-Russian political group. I believe all of them have left the country as of now, and well, as hypocritical as it is, they have all left for the West. But I don't care about them. I just care about the rest of the people here in Ukraine who are suffering terribly because of what Putin is doing to all of us, and I'm speaking for all of them now.
Nina Sovsun, member of Ukrainian Parliament, I know you've taken this on as your mission, even if it means taking us inside your closet in the middle of the night. We wish you, your son, your nation, all the very best.
Thank you so much.